Hello, my friends. For this week's blog, I'd like to speak with you about compassion. And compassion means a concern or care for the suffering of others. It's a very important concept in our world, but it's also one that our world has not valued since the beginning. Our world was set up to value kingdoms and kings and principalities, not seeing others and the concern for others that compassion brings. But you see, when Jesus came, he turned our world on its head, showing us the value of seeing our fellow man and having compassion on those, concern for those who might be considered mundane or unimportant, which we all are at some times, feeling that way or appear that way or marginalized that way. But he brought that value to us. And just a little peek into that value that he brought there, I challenge you to look at John 4, starting at verse 5. This is the story of the woman at the well. Now, this woman had had a hard life, and she tried really hard to keep herself from seeing and being seen by others because she felt unworthy, she felt dirty, and she couldn't see beyond her sufferings and circumstances. But Jesus came and showed her that he saw her. He specifically came there and talked to her and gave her a gift. And that gift was the knowledge of who he was and the compassion that he had for all of us. The love that he had for all of us. Now, as you read that, I also want you to think about this verse. Psalm 103:3. The Lord is compassionate as a father to those who fear him. Meaning that if you fear God, he has that compassion on you. Now, fear meaning control. And that can be a little scary for people to grasp, but let me explain that a minute. Fear is not always about frightening somebody or, ruling over them in that iron fist type of way. He means fear as in control, as in surrendering what we think might be best in our life to let him show what would be best and to trust that he has that for us. It can be a very scary thing, especially for people who haven't had many people to trust and feel like they're always out of control. But don't you just for 1 minute wish that there was something out there, someone out there that could control and confine some of those hard things in our lives and make them be how they should be, like fix them, and maybe not in the way that we see fixing, but just making that work out somehow, things coming out and things not just getting out of hand that way. Well, he can do that when we give that surrender, that control, that fear. So basically trusting in him. And God has that compassion because we really have nowhere else to go anyway. So recognizing that and then giving him that, believing that he is love and that he will take care of us in that way, is what shows us that compassion from him. And another verse that I want to leave you with is Ephesians 4:32. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving one another, as in Christ Jesus forgiveness for us. You see, Jesus saw that woman at the well. Not only did he see her, but he saw so many people. He saw the blind man walking by, had compassion on him struggling with that blindness. Jesus saw the paralytic and his friends who just wanted to let him down through that hole in a roof to help him. He not only saw the plight of that paralytic, but the heart of his friends that just wanted to help. And God chased away the hurt from so many people. In that person of Jesus Christ. We all have that moment of doubt that someone can really have compassion on us that way and care and love for us that way. But when we surrender those doubts and give over those things that are our cares to him, he promises to lighten our load. And to bring forth what is meant to be in our life. So I would challenge you to look in those things and ask him to show you compassion to you in your own life, and ask him to help you show compassion to others in your life. That's my challenge for the week for you. Blessings.